everyone, my name is Shaquet Bartal, Sports Guy Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the eve of college football 2026 being released. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for yours truly, Shaquet Bartal, to make his decision who will be my first rebuild on college football 2026. And I'm going to let the wheel decide. So, this wheel is from wheelsofname.com. It's a free website. You can create a wheel, put it on OBS. I highly recommend checking it out if you're interested in a beautiful wheel like this one. So, before I spin the wheel, we have some teams that on the list. My first ever rebuild for college football 2026 could be Temple, could be Appalachian State, could be Kent State, could be Ball State, could be UNC Charlotte, could be Coastal Carolina, or it could be Delaware. So right now, I'm going to spin the wheel and we will see who is my first rebuild going to be for college football 2026 rebuild. So the wheel is spinning, ladies and gentlemen. I just spent it. And I think we have a winner, which I'm surprised it's Appalachian State. But ladies and gentlemen, my first rebuild for college football 2026 dynasty rebuild is going to be the Appalachian State Mountaineers, and I'm going to play maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe 8, maybe 9, maybe even 10 years trying to win the college football national championship with the Appalachian State Mountaineers, which is going to be very challenging. I mean, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, we had Temple, we had Kent State, we had Ball State, we had UNC Charlotte, we had so many teams, Delaware, so many teams that I could have decided, could have chosen for college football 2026 first rebuild, including Coastal Carolina, which not sure if I mentioned them. So we had Ball State, we had Kent State, we had UNC Charlotte, Temple. Teams that are historically not very good. Now, Appalachian State, out of those teams, Delaware, UNC Charlotte, Temple, Kent State, Ball State, Coastal Carolina, I believe Appalachian State might be slightly better than those teams. It's much better than Kent State. However, ladies and gentlemen, Appalachian State is going to be in North Carolina, North Carolina, so it's going to be difficult to recruit against UNC, against Duke, against Wake Forest, NC State. Then you're right on the border with Virginia, so it's going to be difficult to recruit against Virginia Tech, Virginia. To the west, you have Kentucky, and Louisville. In southwest, you have Tennessee and Vanderbilt. And to the north, you have West Virginia, north of it. So it's going to be difficult. Plus, playing in a difficult conference with Marshall and so many other teams. On top of that, Appalachian State Mountaineers lost their starting quarterback, transfer portal. So it's going to be a fun, but I believe also very tough rebuild. I could be mistaken, but honestly, I don't think we will win plenty of games this season. But who knows? Who knows? That is why You have to turn on the bell notifications. That is why you have to subscribe to my channel, The Sports Guy Show, because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be having plenty of college football 2026 rebuild. So if your team was not chosen, don't worry, because by the time college football 2026 is over, I'm going to be rebuilding your team. I'm going to be rebuilding so many teams this season. That is my goal. And of course, we're going to have Road to Glory. But Road to Glory, we don't need spin the wheel for that. We definitely won't need a spin the wheel for Road to Glory. But we will need spin the wheel to Road to Glory. We will need to spin the wheel, ladies and gentlemen, Road to Glory for positions, running back, wideout, quarterback, middle linebacker. But we'll get to that in a totally different video. But for now, my 2026 first rebuild college football is the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notification to watch my first video, College Football 2026 Appalachian State Rebuild.